If you find it really hard to build habits or follow through on your goals, this might help you. So a little bit of a backstory. For me, I have a very specific diet due to health needs. However, lately I was finding myself slipping off the diet. And no matter how much I try to shame myself, try to convince myself this diet was good for me, it was really hard to follow through. Eventually, I came across a thing called the 4 Tendencies. The 4 Tendencies, it's a personality test. And there's 4 categories that you can see over here. There's the upholder, they meet outer and inner expectations easily. There's the obliger, you can meet outer expectations easily, but if you have personal expectations, it's very hard for you to meet that. There's the rebel, pretty self-explanatory. If there are expectations, you don't like it in general. And last but not least, there's a questioner. They tend to resist outer expectations. It's easier for them to meet inner expectations. And as the name suggests, anytime you want this person to do something, they will often ask you questions. They will want to understand. They might resist it. How this applies to me keeping on my diet is, for me, it's understanding my type. Unfortunately, I'm an obliger. They always say that depending on what type you are, it's all neutral. It's not negative. I personally don't like being an obliger, but it is what it is. And it's clear, as you can see over here, that the obliger meets outer expectations. So my solution to actually keeping on my diet was just to be accountable to a friend. Every single Sunday, I send him an update as to whether or not I hit my dietary goals for the previous week. And basically, that's really worked wonders. There's not really anything at stake besides not hitting my goals and feeling shame and reporting that to someone, but that simple tweak alone helped me a lot in terms of staying on my diet. The main takeaway is this: just know your type. Know what type you are and use that type to guide you as to how to, implement a new habit or address your goals. Oftentimes when people don't know what type they are, they're going to blame themselves. They're going to feel really down. They're going to basically think, why am I like this? How come I can't keep to a habit or form a habit or stick to a goal? But just really know your type and work around that, and you'll see a lot more success. For example, if you're an upholder, you probably don't need any help, to be honest. However, if you are a questioner, likely you need to find a good reason as to why you're doing something. So anytime you want to do something, really just kind of dive into why are you doing it? Why does it make sense? How is it going to benefit your life? That way you're going to soothe that questioning part of your brain to actually say, like, you know what, I should do this because it makes sense. Because once you internally get on board with doing something, you are likely to follow through. And for an obliger, for example, right? You telling yourself to do something probably isn't going to work. So if you have someone that actually is on the outside that's holding you accountable, you're more likely to follow through. And if you want to take the test, just go to, I believe the site is GretchenRubin.com. She's the one who wrote a book called The 4 Tendencies. You don't need to buy the book. You can literally go on the website and just take a quiz. It's free, and I'll tell you what type you are.